What's going on YouTube? Thank you for stopping by, and today I'm going to be showing you how to solo the Karazhan dungeon to get the Smoldering Ember Wyrm flying mount. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is change your dungeon difficulty to Mythic. Now, if you're weird and OCD just like me and change your raid difficulty, I won't judge you. It made me feel better, so if it makes you feel better, by all means do it. But it's not required, just change your dungeon difficulty and you'll be okay. So let's hop down here into the gate entrance. Voila, we're now in. So the most important part about this achievement is that it's a timed achievement. So what that means is that you're supposed to hit and channel 5 crystals throughout this dungeon in a certain time frame, and then spawns the Maldive buff, which allows you 5 minutes to reach Maldive outside of the dungeon, which then you'd speak to him, who then spawns Nightbane. Following the steps here will get you to that achievement. So you don't have to hit and kill anybody here unless they're in your way, but the most important part about entering combat is that you have to finish the combat. So let's say you're running through this dungeon and you happen to aggro somebody and you're like speeding along and they happen to get stuck somewhere. You won't be able to channel any of the crystals because you're in combat. Then you have to go back and find whoever you need to kill, which then ruins the point of it being a time trial. Okay, so this first boss battle changes sequences. So the first time that I ran this, it was like 2 witches and it was a neat show, and this guy will give you the spiel and then the curtains will come up. Then I think the second or third time I ran this dungeon with my girlfriend, it was the Monkey King. And then I think several different times I ran this dungeon, it was still the Monkey King. And then now when I ran this one, it was actually the Beauty and the Beast reference. And this one, you have to kill these bosses in a certain order for you to, of course, complete the achievement. I didn't know that, and I was trying to fight one of the bosses, or at least I was trying to kill one of them, and it was immune and I couldn't knock down the health, and then I wasn't paying attention. I was nervous, trying to, of course, making sure that my content was good for recording, but nothing's ever perfect. So main goal here is kill everybody as quickly as you can and then move on to the next room. Now, after I killed these bosses, I ended up staying because this was my first time seeing this sequence with the Beauty and the Beast reference. If you run into this sequence, as long as you kill the first round, you're welcome to move to the second portion of this. So I stayed around just to see what was going to happen next. But if you follow them, they ended up going towards this room, which then leads you to the next objective. Now, I've come across a few different videos that haven't gave any detail in terms of the time frame that you have, but one of the videos that I came across mentioned that you have 8 minutes from the entrance of the dungeon to hit the first crystal in order for you to begin this time trial. I'm not sure if that is 100% correct, but I mean, to be more comfortable with completing this and getting that mount, just do everything as quickly as possible. So I jump on this ledge over here. You don't have to. I tried to dodge as much people as I can. So this is the first crystal. When you're channeling this crystal, you need to just go dead ahead and avoid as many people as you can. Now this little hallway here, I couldn't dodge it, so of course you see me trying to take them off. Now after you encounter, if you sneak by these people, you're gonna hit a corridor on the left hand side. I got lucky. I don't think I actually needed to kill anybody here, and I've seen videos that people have killed that boss. You don't have to, as long as you hit this door on the left side. And this is the second crystal. Of course, kill these NPCs and then channel. So when you're done channeling this one, you head out the same way you came in. The cool thing about the next boss, Moros, is that he actually drops a set of keys that allows you access to Midnight's stables downstairs. And Midnight is actually another mount that you could potentially get, but it's an extremely low drop rate. So when going and finding morals, I actually like to hop off this ledge. I tuck myself in the corner to the right side so that I have the least amount of encounters, but if you run into NPCs, you might as well kill them all, because the less people you fight during the boss battle, the better. So when I'm fighting morals, I actually like to stay in the center area, and I target him and I try and kill him as quickly as possible. When you're done killing him, a cinematic scene will happen. You can go ahead and skip it and you're okay. The most important part about killing him is that he actually drops the set of keys that I was talking about earlier, and that set of keys allows you access to the stables downstairs. You can see me fumble around here trying to find the keys, but you know, I didn't realize that he actually dropped it, and you can see I'm like looking for it, like where did it go? So I ended up seeing it over there. Get the keys, that's really important. The drop rate is extremely low, but hey, you might as well try. So this is where I messed up, or I thought I messed up. I clicked it twice on accident, and I thought I canceled the channel. If that happens to you, you're okay, because I ended up getting the buff anyway doing it, so you're okay if you happen to run into that issue. And you know, I thought I ruined it too, but no, I ended up going through and it was still good to go. Alright, so this is where you want to go after you get the keys from Moros. This is where Midnight is in the stables. You want to just go ahead and kill him and everything that's in his party. I don't even know what's going on here half the time, because there's so much going on. But the more I edit this video, I'm actually seeing there's a ton of things happening. But if you are lucky and you get the mount after killing Midnight, please comment down below if you were successful. I would love to hear your success stories, and I want to know if I even helped you guys out, because that would actually make me feel really good that these videos helped you guys out in any way, shape, or form. So when you're heading into this area, which I hate, by the way, I hate spiders, even in games, you want to make sure that you 100% kill everything in here, because this is where I was talking about being in combat, and I had no idea what I was in combat with, and it ruined my time trial because I had to go back and find what the hell I was fighting. It was actually one of these spiders that fell from the ceiling and it got stuck somewhere, and I had no idea where it was, and it just ruined my whole thing, and it wasn't fun. So when you're in this area, make sure that you kill everything that falls down from the ceiling if it touches you, and just making sure that you don't proceed far away from this crystal so that you can go ahead and kill everything inside. So this is the second to the last crystal. Channel it. After you're done channeling it, you're going to head to that portal, which brings you to the entrance of the raid. You're going to head down here to the right. You're going to want to head up this spiral bank. Now when you hit the door on the right, you're going to turn immediate left and you're going to head up another spiral bank. Then you could kill that if you'd like, but I'm not wanting to do combat. So you head up here with the broken stairs. And this last boss, the last time I actually did this for recording this video, I actually got silenced for like 2-3 minutes straight, and it was really frustrating because I had no idea who was casting the silence. If you don't want that experience happening to you, you kill this guy right here. You kill him first before anything else, and then everything should be golden after that. This room here, you'll then find the last boss where the crystal actually appears in between his feet when he's dead. So when he's down, go ahead and loot this guy, and then here's the crystal. So when you're done channeling that crystal, you're gonna see a buff pop up on your top right of the screen. It's gonna be called Medivh's Presence. When you get this buff, you actually have 5 minutes to go outside, which I'll show you now, to talk to Medivh. And when you're talking to Medivh, it'll open up this kind of dialogue between him and this dragon, and that dragon then becomes Nightbane. You kill Nightbane, and then hopefully you get the Smoldering Ember Wyrm. But this is where you go outside. You're gonna head around the curve here, and then you'll see Medivh. Then you're gonna pull up to Medivh, speak with him, and then you're gonna go ahead and begin that sequence. Now for the sake of time, I am going to speed this up because it is kind of a long dialogue. Basically they go back and forth with each other, and Arcana Ghost is like, nah, and then shoots a fireball at Medivh, and then Medivh gets weak and he's like, no, I'm tired now, I'm hurt, I'm gonna go take a nap, and starts flexing and then runs away. And then now you're stuck with Arcana Ghost turning into Nightbane. And then you just start fighting Nightbane, and hopefully he drops the Smoldering Ember Wyrm mount. So the interesting thing about this mount, of course, and I'm sure that it goes along with a lot of other rare drops out there, is that of course if you happen to have the mount already in your group of 2 that is running this, that other person in your group will get the drop for this mount. So keep that in mind. And that is how you get the Smoldering Ember Wyrm mount. Now obviously I didn't get it in this particular video, but everything that I did will get you that mount should you do this by yourself. If you enjoyed this walkthrough and found it very helpful, I'd truly appreciate it if you liked the video and also commented down below if you were successful at getting the mounts. I'd really love to hear if you did or not, because it would make me stoked to know that I helped you guys get something that is really obtainable and super simplistic when you actually go through the steps here. So if you guys want more of this content, I highly suggest you guys subscribe now. I'd truly appreciate it, and it won't just be myself, it'll be my girlfriend along with my buddy as well too. So thank you guys for sticking through this entire walkthrough, and enjoy the rest of your day. Alright y'all, peace and love.